The outside world is always going to throw up what needs to be healed. So if you are seeing a lot of turbulence out in the outside world, that's also what's happening in your inner world. There's no point in trying to fix the outside world until you address the inner turbulence. So a couple of weeks ago, I had new neighbours that moved in. A couple of young men, they're a bit noisy. They've woken me up in the middle of the night. This one particular morning, I could hear them out on their front deck, which was meters away from my bedroom window. I can tell you that I probably wasn't impressed. It was a little bit more of a homicidal rage, actually, to be perfectly honest. I have trained myself to allow these feelings to rise and come and go. What I did notice as I was allowing myself to feel what I felt was how my mind tried to make it into a bigger story than actually what it was. The mind was saying, your alarm doesn't even go off to 7, and they were out there at 6:30, and it was like, well, hold on a moment. I'd actually woken up 10 minutes prior to that, so no, they didn't wake me. I was already awake. I was already agitated. I'd already felt the agitation in the field. I was trying to pin it on them. I've created something in my outside reality to validate my inside feelings. For feelings to be that big in the body means that there's something really important underneath. These feelings are big. The bigger the feeling, the bigger the gem. So I went digging and I went mining for gold, and I allowed myself to go all the way back to where this distortion around Neighbours is. And I sat down and I journaled every distortion about Neighbours in my journal. I was able to see what the feelings were, the sense of powerlessness. I asked myself a very simple question. What is it that you want? And are you willing to take back your power? Are you willing to be powerful in this situation? Are you willing to claim what it is that you want? Because a lot of the time, we don't want to be powerful. We want to somehow have the universe co-sign our pain. We want people to understand how powerless we are and what a victim we are in this life and what a terrible story it is. The solution was to simply acknowledge what I wanted, because we do create our reality. What I wanted was to have peaceful and respectful neighbours. It was really simple. And I wrote it down on a piece of paper. The affirmation that says, I only attract wonderful, peaceful, respectful neighbours. I was 100% on board with it. There was not a little part of me that was attached to not having this. After I put that out into the universe, they just disappeared. I don't know where they went to. I've not seen them. I've not heard them. I haven't bumped into them along the way. I've noticed that their bins went out and came back. Not a peep. Whereas before that, I was hearing them every single day in all sorts of ways. I don't know if I dematerialize these young boys. I'm joking. I don't know actually. I don't know what's actually happened there, but I managed to get what it is that I truly wanted. When we go to the origin of where our wounds are, there's an axiom in the law of the universe that says when you see something for what it is, it vanishes. When we can see something for what it truly is, it no longer has power over us. A lot of the time, we will negate our power because we're running an old story, we're running an old trauma. If we can go back and actually deal with that trauma, we can discharge that energy, and that energy transmutes into something that we can use, something that's better for us.